I was basically from Bangalore.
I'm coming from Madurai.
Shani from Tanjore.
Hi, my name is Neha आणि मी मुंबई वरून आहे. Sir, all the staffs are really nice to me. There is no language problem here.
ഞാൻ വന്ന് പാലക്കാട് നിന്ന് കേരള, എൻ്റെ കേരളം. It's really like a family here.
I'm from Qatar. Coimbatore is a really nice place, and this college, Sasi Creative School of Architecture, has been located in a really wonderful place. Coimbatore, Sasi is the best to-go college.
Me personally from Kerala, I didn't have a different experience that I'm staying at hostel.
The only thing that transcends time is what we build and the legacy we leave behind. Buildings and monuments are the ones that speak through generations and stand the test of time. These are the legacies we leave behind, not just for ourselves, but for the generations to come. The greatest monuments in the world have one thing in common. They are an absolute work of art. Architecture is the study of this art. Architecture is not only about big buildings, complex designs, and plan implementations. It is also about aesthetics. It's about bringing creativity and innovation into play. It's about looking at space as a canvas on which you create a work of art. At Sasi Creative School of Architecture, the operative word is creative. We adhere to the idea that creativity is the single factor that distinguishes the leader from the herd. What we seek is to bring creativity into play as part of the learning process. As a part of our efforts, we place great emphasis on bringing to the fore the students' analytical abilities and creative acumen to help them cope with the challenges of the future. The three fundamental pillars of education for any institution are people, content, and environment. At Sasi, we are focused on giving nothing but the very best in these three essential factors: people management, faculty, and students. The college is the brainchild of the Sasi Group, that is, into advertising, education, and real estate. Sasi Advertising is one of the oldest and largest advertising firms in Tamil Nadu. R. Swaminathan and Rajalakshmi are its founders, and the managing trustee is Rajdeepan Swaminathan, who was previously a faculty of Virginia Commonwealth University.
I graduated in Virginia Commonwealth University, and as a master's student, I had the opportunity to also be a faculty for advertising classes for undergraduate students. So that's how my entire pursuit towards education began. I enjoyed being a faculty so much that all my life I wanted to be in advertising. And after the stint as a teacher, it changed my life completely. And I realized that this is what I want to be in the future, and this is what I want to do. It gave me so much gratification as a teacher. So this opportunity came up when I returned back to India in 2009, and I started presenting in a lot of different colleges as a guest speaker and a guest lecturer. That's when one day I was having a conversation with my parents, and they put this seed in my mind saying that if you're so interested to teach, why don't you start something on your own and pursue something that you really love. So that seed began this idea for a creative campus. We realized that India is still a very traditional form of education in India is very prevalent. We realized that there is a dearth for creative specific and creative focused education. So that's how this idea began, that let us start something that is specific towards creative studies. That's where the idea of Sasi Creative Colleges began. So as part of that is what we have two programs. One is a business program that focuses on innovation management, and the other is an architecture program and architecture as a program itself is a very, very creative course.
The vision of the management is to develop a campus focused on creative studies. As architecture is by far the most diverse and dynamic among the creative programs, Sasi Creative School of Architecture was launched in 2010. They began with a clear goal to not only be at the forefront of architecture education, not only in the region, but to be amongst the top 10 architecture colleges in India by 2025. Complementing the management's vision is the formidable mix of highly qualified faculty and highly talented students. The faculty team is headed by the director of the institution, Professor Muhammad Ali Sharif, an IIT grad and one of the most revered academicians in the industry. The team consists of faculty members with varied backgrounds, qualifications and experience. It is this potent mix of cultures and backgrounds that makes imparting learning very thoughtful and interesting. One of the highlights of the institution is that Sasi has the highest number of qualified faculty who are from CEPT, SPA, SAP and international universities amongst Anna University affiliated colleges. This, combined with visiting faculty from practice, interacting with students on a regular basis, gives students an unparalleled quality of thought and educational content. Complementing the highly skilled faculty pool is our highly talented students. We are fortunate to have a number of high rank holders and committed group of students who are passionate about architecture. The smartest and creative of students flock to Sasi and make the entire campus filled with optimism and creative thought. Students who have graduated from Sasi are currently associated with reputed architecture firms in India and abroad.
The demand for architects is plentiful. If you look at the number of architects per population, that ratio, in Italy, for every 450 people and odd, there is one architect. And this, when you compare it to India, for every 20,000 approximately, there is one architect. An architect needn't necessarily specialize only on designing buildings, but there are so many other domains that he can get into and pursue later down the career, such as interior design, furniture design, product design, fashion design, graphic design, even civil construction for that matter. And some of our students get into film design, set designs, trade fair, and even for the matter 3D animation, graphic design. So the scope for architecture is very wide and unparalleled. That's what makes architecture so great, and architecture is very much in demand because of these reasons, is because this course is very, very versatile. And the beauty of this program is that after you pursue your studies and once you graduate, this course is a licensed program. So you become a licensed architect. So it is not like any other course that is out there, but this is a professional course wherein after graduation you can go practice on your own. So that makes architecture very special.
Content. Give a man a fish, you feed him for the day. Teach a man how to fish, you feed for a lifetime. Lao Tzu. At Sasi Creative School of Architecture, we place great emphasis on developing the students' fundamental analytical abilities and creative acumen to help them face any challenge that will arise in the future. This enables them to become future-proof no matter what the market situation is. One of the unique and flagship aspect of Sasi is the number of foreign collaborations and learning programs. Sasi Creative School of Architecture has MOU with BITS UAE on student exchange and faculty collaboration. The students have participated in joint programs with University of Stadelschule, Frankfurt, and various other programs in Germany and Switzerland. Sasi Creative College students and faculty were the first undergraduates from India to participate in the World Architects Congress conducted by UIA in Seoul, South Korea. Our students have participated in a technical workshop on smart and livable cities at National University of Singapore and got certified by NUS.
So in Europe, we had to visit many major cities such as in Germany, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, and then in Switzerland as well as Milan in Italy.
We combined our workshops with BITS University in Ras Al Khaimah. It is a 10-day trip.
We are third-year students of Sasi Creative School of Architecture, and we got the opportunity to visit Korea as part of UIA World Architects Conference.
We had a good collaborative work with those students that was very expressive and experienced a good job with them. Like, we learned more and it was very helpful for our design works also.
It was actually a great experience for us, and it was a great exposure. We were actually a group of 10 students and 2 faculties, and we stayed there for nearly 2 weeks.
And after that we had some interesting visit like Grand Mosque, Burj Khalifa, so which is an imaginary world. Like we came as a platform that we can able to see this kind of monuments in a real life. So based on that we have done a live case study of 2 buildings also.
Most probably we all plan to do a masters in European countries. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
This type of exposure and learning is what makes the content offered by Sasi unparalleled in the industry. Sasi Creative School of Architecture is approved by Council of Architecture, New Delhi. We are affiliated to Anna University, Chennai, one of the best technical universities in South Asia, revered for its academic excellence and technical knowledge. Sasi Creative School of Architecture won the Regional Best Painting Awards at Zone NASA Convention held in Chennai in 2016. There are several other awards ranging from Sports Trophy to being runner-up in COA Logo Design Competition in 2016. Sasi hosted the Zone NASA panel discussion to a stupendous success with over 600 students and 20 revered architects participating in the event over 2 days. Apart from this, the college annually conducts the educational lectures called the Spark Series, the Culture Fest called Kalpana, and the largest painting competition in ROT and region called Chitram. These varied inputs give the content at Sasi Creative School of Architecture a 360-degree learning approach that is dynamic and ensures that every student experiences epiphany here at Sasi. Environment, infrastructure is the backbone of these various activities. The idea behind the environment is a creative campus. The campus is designed scientifically to aid and enhance one's creativity. To start with, this is not a typical campus with long corridors and rooms. The spaces here are designed with responsive human behavior at its core.
One of the unique aspects about this building is that there's a lot of open spaces everywhere that you see. And the open spaces are not just openness for open sake, but they are openness with a purpose. Wherever we need to facilitate collaboration, such as in the faculty room, where there is a lot of exchange of ideas and there's a lot of collaboration that is required. This open space creates an atmosphere of transparency and facilitates easy collaboration. Whenever they have a meeting, they can always shift over and then have a meeting and share their ideas and discuss with their ideas. At the same time, whenever privacy is required, we always have the cubicles out there wherein they can go discuss on student matters and faculty matters, and so privacy is attained when required.
As you walk through the campus, there are a lot of touch points that have been specifically created and placed to trigger one's creativity at a subconscious level.
If you look at ideas, a new idea is nothing but collusion of 2 old ideas to form a new one. So in a lot of institutions, when you look at these model rooms, typically these model rooms are inside a closed room and pretty much nobody goes there, and very least used spaces. But if you look at it, we over here have created the model room in the outside, and it is in the open area where students can interact with these objects and models on a day-to-day basis. how this impacts is that each time a student passes by, they see an idea or they get inspired by one of these objects over here. So when they go to their classroom and start working on their new project, ideas start to overflow because subconsciously some of these ideas get registered in their mind. So that is one way of how this environment is designed to enhance one's creativity.
Some of the touch points are the use of model's room, whiteboard area as a walls of thought, transparency to bring a sense of ease and to remove mental roadblocks, open spaces to facilitate social collaboration, and natural elements to soothe and to get inspired. The campus is well equipped with state-of-the-art infrastructure such as digital classrooms, studios, art rooms, conference room, computer lab, workshop and student lounges.
In this octagonal classroom, there are no dead spaces. They are effectively used. So what this does is, for a student who's attending this lecture, they get the maximum of audio and visual impulses. So this makes learning more fun.
There is a full-fledged library with latest national and international journals. The college has full-fledged boys and girls hostels with all amenities to ensure students to feel that it's their home away from home. The day scholars are facilitated with 6 comfortable vehicles connecting the different ends of the city. The campus is located at Maileri Palayam on the Pollachi Highway only, which is 18 kilometers from the heart of Coimbatore city.
So down the lane in the future, this trust wants to specialize in creative studies and creative programs. So literally our goal is, if you want your son or daughter to be in a creative industry, then Sasi will be the right place wherein they have all streams of creative courses that one can learn from. This is the futuristic goal, vision of Sasi.
A nation is as good as its citizen. Education is the greatest investment you can give to every citizen. Let's make the right choice. Jai Hind. Please visit our website www.scsa.ac.in